Hello and welcome to TTTT. My name is Amina Abdi Rabah. I hope you've had an amazing week. Your Friday started off well because we are about to end it off on a fantastic note. I mean, I wish I could say that. And then there's the finance bill. I don't know at which level I'm allowed to express my opinion. You know, Kwach, you have to remember. But anyway, now welcome my panelists. I have Silva Kido, I have Nick Kwach, and of course I have Brian Aseli. How are you guys?
What up? What up?
Yeah. How come I look like I'm the only one who's been paid? And it's a lie. It's a lie because Kwach is the richest of all of us, and then Aseli, and then you know. Kido just shares what he has with me.
Relax.
No.
Amina, we ujui kumbe Kido vizuri.
Amina ni Friday.
Oh, ujui Kido vizuri. Aki nini paketu vizuri.
Yeah.
As kupangie hivi on a Friday like this.
Yeah.
You know that I don't know if you guys have this kind of friends wenye anakuanga anaishi tu maisha low key. Lakini ukimuitisha 1,100 ako nayo.
Yeah.
You are like, hey.
Yeah. It's true. Everyone has that one friend. You don't know how they afford the lifestyle.
Yeah.
But when you tell them, niaje bro kesho tunaenda Jamaica, ako kwa airport.
Tunaenda wanne.
Like he's just always game. Whatever you want to do, he's okay. Tunachanga 5k hata zusha. Tunachanga 10k hazushi. Tunachanga 50k. He's like no problem. So you're like, bro, who are you? What are you doing? Because we're struggling. The rest of the
chama nakwambia sitoko nachanga karibu 400,000 per month. Hiyo si ni kama ni pesa mingi.
Au ndo wale mna go out na demi yako unamwambia by the way jamaa anakuanga na do. Jamaa.
You should never say that.
What you do with this information is up to you. But kumbuka tujalipa rent.
Hizo ni tabia zako, si ndio? Hizo ni tabia zako achizo.
Yeah, inaka kwa sababu you cannot tell your girlfriend because you make it sound like I should be participating. Am I supposed to laugh at his very stale jokes so that we have a bottle for the night? Is it rent he's paying? Are we in business together?
Let me tell you guys.
Don't get mad when I promote the boss.
Money is evil. Money will make men simp mbele ya other men. They're like, uyu.
It's the worst kind. It's the worst. It is the worst kind. It is the worst kind. I know this is not what the show is about, but let me tell you, Kwach and Kido, it is the worst kind. When you go and you find out at the party that you're dating the mtu wa mkono person.
Kanda ya moko.
Abuna leta sota kwa gari ni
KYM. Kanda ya moko.
Unataka kukunywa? Unataka chesa gani? Na wewe? Kido
kama hiyo ya
tulete na Big G.
Tunakunywa kama hiyo ya mdosi. Tunakunywa kama ya mdosi.
When you are the girlfriend of the guy who laughs at all jokes.
Yeah. Juni mdosi.
Because you don't even have fair. Anyway, you know what? Poverty is the enemy. That's why we are trying to fight this same one enemy. All of us. Did you guys see the time when they said that Oscar Sudi, yes, it is true that he feigned papers. He forged papers, my apologies. But they attained the evidence in an illegal manner. So they were like, lazima and then. Anyway, acha tusanzia hapo niko na hasira mingi. It's been a long week, guys. It's been a long week. If I say anything that could get me fired, just know. It's been a long week.
Can be used against you.
So let me start off with Sanjay. I don't know if you guys saw this story now. Kenyan comedian Sylvia Savai, also known as Sanjay, may not be able to undergo life-saving surgery for endometriosis scheduled to take place on the 17th of June, that is next week, at the Center of Endocare in Atlanta. Reason being that her visa application had been denied. In a message shared on her social media handle, Sanjay appealed for urgent assistance. Sanjay has revealed that she attended the interview a day after, the passing on of endometriosis advocate Jambi Koikai, may her soul rest in peace, which is something that we should start taking seriously because this is something that a lot of people are losing their lives over. Yeah. If we could play the clip, please take a look. All right, so we don't have it. However, now she was just explaining that it is very difficult to live and survive this condition. There are hundreds, if not thousands of women across this country who have suffered, because of endometriosis. For many of us, you didn't even hear about it if it was not for Jambi. If it were not for her, you wouldn't even have known that there were cramps that women get when they're going through their menstrual cycle that is not normal because of how painful it is. You know, you miss days of school, days of work, you have collapsed, you are in hospital, they have to inject, you know, drips because you can't function. And if you have never had a girlfriend or a wife or a sister who's ever had very difficult cramps, you will think everyone else is pretending. I promise you, Kwach, you will think everyone is lying. You will think that they're overdoing, but it's very difficult. What are your thoughts on this Senje's story?
I think I'm glad that this issue has been highlighted this way, because I've always had an issue with how visas to the US especially are handled in this country. I do not know. There is some time when someone raised it online, I still have an intention of going, Musini cancel, you guys were visa. But it's been raised before that it almost looks like it's a scheme. Because you look at the number of people that fail their visa applications when they want to go to the US, vis-a-vis Kenya, that is a country that is now allowing people to get their visas when they land. You start asking yourself, where is our bilateral relations coming in? Like, what was our number one lobbying when he went there? Because these are some of the things, and sometimes they deny it when it is a time-bound thing, like Senje's case, when now she has already gotten the appointment to go for her treatment, but now the only thing between her and the appointment is the visa. She cannot travel without it. She cannot do anything without it. And maybe a new application will take longer than necessary before it gets to a place. But
you know what? Sometimes I have a question. If you could just, you can see I am not going on vacation. This isn't like, I'm not trying to look for my lost boyfriend. This isn't me going in search of anything else other than me trying to be healthy.
The number of questions
if you've ever been to the embassy, you know when they tell you no, because it's so loud, you know, you have to, for people who've never been, let me just explain to you. This
I've never been there, Amina, by the way.
They tell you to make your case. So you say, ninataka kuenda graduation ya mtoto wangu, and they tell you, ebu sema tena, we can't hear you. Say, ninataka kuenda graduation ya mtoto wangu, and then they say, you know, they hear you for a bit and then they say no. Next person, no.
And
next
then you're
person,
given,
no.
and then you're given a letter with a color that shows that you're not going. Like it's a pink letter. So if it's a yellow letter, you'll definitely know that we anaenda. It's a pink letter, unajua we aendi. At least hata ingekuwa kala moja, at least ndio hiyo disappointment isiko hivyo.
And you know,
but of course, kuna watu kama kina Boniface Mwangi, you've been talking about it and talking about refunds. So sometimes when you're meant to go to the States, and maybe it bounces at the visa point, then you're supposed to be given a refund. But that's not the case right now. I'm looking at a situation whereby when politicians want to go abroad for leisure, mambo yao inafanywa haraka haraka sana. They get the appointment today, tomorrow they're traveling with a family of 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a lady in distress. She needs help. If we could only talk to the ambassador to Kenya, US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman, to come and give like a proper letter. If we could get a proper letter from the president, this is Senje. Imagine those people who are going through the same case and they don't have this level of attention. And it's already a letter that she was given in Atlanta. So it's more like us just responding to a letter. She's sick, she's not feeling well, we can see it. But we are tired.
Can.
Just to support what you've said.
And you have 2 seconds. Go, kiddo. Sorry.
Or just to support what you've said, I believe it's so sad as a nation to see one of our own content creator missing out on this. I recommend and suggest this. We need to have a sit down with the US Embassy, government officials, for one to apply for a purpose kama yake hiyo emergency medicinal purposes. Please, gava ipatiane barua, iandike mail, wakwe CC'd, wakwe informed, so that kama Senje akienda, akimiss out. What if Senje angefail? Angefailed pale kwa embassy. What if Senje angekufia hapo kwa embassy? Another conversation that we don't need.
I hope.
And especially the timing is so wrong.
She has 3 days. Just know that she has 3 days.
So that is supposed to be happening on 17th, by the way.
I hope munitete kitu kama hii kiwai kufanyika. I don't think you guys understand. Like, this is literally a life or death matter because it's something that she cannot help. You cannot help. You think women want to have menstrual cycles? You think they enjoy cramps? You think they want to buy tampons and pads that are now being taxed? Which brings us to our next story now. Kenyans on social media have launched an online campaign against the Finance Bill 2024 as the final reading nears. The hashtag Respect My Hustle, created on Thursday, the 13th of June, was started by influential ex-user Amerix. He encouraged Kenyans to contact their respective members of parliament and convince them to vote against the bill, which happens all over the world, by the way. This is like new, that only happens in Kenya. It may be a fast, but it does happen everywhere else in the world. Now, it's funny how they are complaining that what wanna slide kwa DM zao, wanasema ati wanafaa kukuwa wana slide. Exactly. Like, what do you mean wana slide, unakasirika, unaona ni vibaya? They should. That's exactly what they should be doing. Okay?
Yeah.
Wana slide kwa DM za Instagram na za TikTok Friday jioni na si kura wanaomba kwa sababu wanasema tu, oh, you know, you guys, we understand where you're coming from. No. You know, there's a time Martha Karua said, until bad governance bites us and pinches you, you will not feel the pinch. And I think that 2027 will be one of the most unforgettable memories of our country's time.
I mean,
okay,
that's if you're not going to have amnesia in 2026, because it happens.
It doesn't matter. No. But you see, people are starting to realize, Aseli, that we hold the power and we have the power. And the more people are educated, the more people are informed, the more you understand why you're so stressed, why you and your girlfriend are having problems. They all just relate to bad governance. I promise. Bad governance. Gari yako iko na shida, biashara yako haifanyi kazi, watu hawakuji kununua vitu ni kwa sababu ya bad governance. Yeah, that's
sioni kama tutafika 2027.
Ndio nasema huyu amesema next year.
Ndio Wakenya wanatokea hapa mbele, but now the thing is nimependa kulingana na hii fix my hustle is that Kenyans have decided now. Kitambo politicians walikuwa wanachukuliwa Kenyans kama naive, waoga, au hatuna unity kwa social media, na nimependekeza sana na hiyo move, but what I could recommend more is niaje ile group ya mheshimiwa unakuanga hapo ndani, ile family group unakuanga na mheshimiwa hapo ndani, ama ikiwezekana create a WhatsApp group, weka mheshimiwa, weka hapo siasa, mumlokie kwa hiyo group, hawezi toka kwa hiyo group. Moving forward, we expect more from Kenyans being active on social media. Na expect next week Wakenya wakiingia sasa kwa street, tuende kwa ofisi zao, tuende kwa miradi zao, ikiwezekana tuende mpaka kwa nyumba zao, ama tumatch man tutamatch bana.
You know what shocked me is a lot of people do not know that contacts za waheshimiwa is public information. People thought we are now invading their private space. No. Isn't if ukienda kwa nini ya uzalendo ya parliament, you'll get all those numbers there. The issues of public information. And it's strange that the people we sent to represent us now want to hide away from us. That tells you who they are speaking for. That is not us. Because kama unaniongelelea mbona utaki nikuongeleshe? Because I need to tell you, yes, I know they're saying, oh, Kenyans are being vile, Kenyans are being vulgar, Kenyans are being nini, but it's because of where they've been pushed to. And I do not know how, if everyone you represent is saying no, and yet you're still going ahead to say yes, who are you talking for?
Yeah.
Who are you talking for? If we are all it's like, you know, when we were talking about the BBI that time, all of us agreed, Niaje, this is the wrong time to talk about this thing. And when it went ahead and failed, guys were like, sawa, asante tuendelee na vitu zingine. The finance bill, almost everyone is saying, Niaje, and our leaders are saying, no, this is what is good for you. We are saying we know and we do not want it. If you're saying it's good for us, we are saying no.
No, because let me tell you, you know what? Back in 1991, when people couldn't discuss politics publicly, I don't know if you guys remember, your parents would only talk about politics when the lights were off under the bed. It had to be like, you know, it had to be something you talk about amongst very trusted friends. But now we have one of the most educated generations talking to one of the most rudest
Politicians.
No, generations. Gen Z and millennials are different. Aseli, I know you think you're Gen Z. You're not, bro. You're
No, I know my place.
Wewe
Lakini
na
vile
sisi
umesema hiyo
tunafaa
story ya
to
91
retire.
and
No,
you
it's
remember
because-
91 Amina. Kama unakumbuka mambo ya 91, you're a different breed of millennial.
I was and I am.
But
I
you're a
was and
Gen
I am.
Z.
But we
Yeah.
are educated and we know that it doesn't matter what tribe you are, where you come from, what promises you make. We're looking at results. What have you done? So 2027, I think, will be a very different time, Aseli.
Yeah,
They
no, it's
will
true,
just not
'cause-
believe you for actually because you're our guy. Wewe ni mtu wetu.
The assumption that Gen Zs and millennials are not considering conversations about governorship, government leadership, and of course politics has now been answered, because we've seen people post on X, and also social media platforms such as Instagram has also been used. We've seen the stories whereby people have been saying Reject Finance Act 2024, and it's something that we also need to take seriously. Most recently, even in the US, we've seen people campaigning through TikTok. Even South Africa, we've seen influencers giving their voice through social media platforms. And I believe that it's high time that we also not only have this conversation on social media, but also create policies. Zenye tukienda pale tunawaambia tuko na issue na number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So we lobby from all sectors, from social media, policy, and of course tukienda pale kwa ground pia, I believe that something might give. But the only problem I have is every time we often have this voice, this nuance of revolution, 1 year before election, it's like we forget, tunapewa t-shirt na tawa moja, then everything changes. I hope
Yeah.
it
Remember
won't
our
be
tribes.
the case, and we remember our tribes. So sasa hii hatuna tribe, tunapiga sherehe pamoja, hakuna tribe, but 2026 tunakumbuka sisi ni wa tribe gani?
It's true.
Hopefully.
No, but it's also because
Okay.
all of them are cut from the same cloth, and it's always a choice between worst and worst. So that's where our hands are tied. But until our politics will be policy oriented and not tribe and ethnic oriented, we are just in a bad place.
Yeah, we're in a very bad place. You know who's not in a bad place though? Our DP. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's decision to opt for a commercial flight to Mombasa has laid bare the simmering tension within the ruling coalition. Kenya Kwanza. Now, in a much publicized flight on Tuesday, Gachagua was captured on camera walking through the alley of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport around 4 p.m., pulling a blue suitcase. No security aids in sight, and I can assure you they were there. If you ever see any political figure just at chilling by them, they're in the area, they just cannot, of course, alert you, but they're there. Why did he need to carry it? You know, I'm really nobody, but people offer to carry for me. You think if I was the DP or any kind of CS or PS or MCA, there's not 4 people behind me trying to lift this suitcase off of my hands, just try to take it. They said that he had 14 security guards with him.
We are being
Did you see
trolled.
that?
Mimi, I saw it, and my reaction was, he's trolling us. And that's something I do not enjoy. Because what we raised before about public funds being used in international travel is valid. And the reaction should not be ati hiyo ni kama mwambie baba yenu ati mazee tunafukuziwa school fees, and then kesho mpate anaosha vyombo ati hata mimi si mnaonanga si wasaidii kwa hii nyumba, wacha hata mimi leo basi ni waoshe vyombo ndio muone mimi pia ni wa muhimu kwa hii. It's trolling. It's trolling, and we just hope that if it is a new nini he's trying to do, let it be well, let it reflect in his office. Awachane na ile pesa alikuwa anataka ya renovation, awachane na pesa yenye wanataka ya office of the deputy president, awachane na pesa za housing na nini, warudishie wa Kenya, tupunguziwe tax. That one we will accept.
It's not a PR, Amina.
No, I just like that the DP should have been a rapper or something like that. He's giving a response, perfect response to the 200 million shillings. And remember that conversation about the Emiratis traveling with at Sijui gift ya 200 million ya kwenda US and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he chose KQ. So that's a low blow, and he's giving a direct response to his critics. Most recently, he's been seen trying to unite Mlima Kenya in a really heated debate and conversation. And he's more like giving just giving more power to like KQ and talking about how he definitely understands why KQ is the pride of Kenya. So
hello.
Yeah.
Why are you lying? Anyway, so you know we've not really gone to America before. However,
Amjenda.
we have
Sorry,
we have
guys.
flown to Mombasa, and that suitcase is too big for them to allow it from the other side.
Amina wewe na suitcase nini?
Right, Choma. Amina anakuwa na suitcase tatu.
For the compartment above, but yes, kidogo haraka.
Umefanya hata nimeona hiyo suitcase ni kama ilikuwa empty.
Ni kubwa, ilikuwa empty. Of course ilikuwa
Ama
empty.
nilikijia na secure the bag.
Ilikuwa imebeba machozi za Wakenya.
Hapana, ilikuwa
Empty promises.
Anyway, so if you guys just look back at the comments, I just laughed. I just laughed. Kwach said jokes and he said jokes. I just laughed. Kidogo haraka tuende tunaenda sasa.
For me, I'll say is that we don't need the PR as a nation. We are tired of this government of telling us this and this and this and that. So moving forward, I believe they need to work for us. Na wasitudivert attention yetu. Focus yetu iko kwa reject the finance bill.
Yeah.
Wasitudivert hapa katikati ati handshake mkono imewekwa kwa mfuko. No.
Yeah, na suitcase tumekataa suitcase.
Suitcase empty hapana.
Tumesema tutaki suitcase empty na unajua kuna 14 security guards ukijifanya unabebanga.
Ati
No. Excuse me.
Na ile suitcase inatuhusu ni ile ule jamaa alikimbia kuchukua.
Yeah.
Ile parliament.
Ile
mimi kuna mwanaume nimechoka kuvumilia ule chali mwenye leo alienda akajaribu kuchukua hiyo nini ni chali yangu. I don't know what to tell you guys, ni mwanaume. Huyo ndo mwanaume. Mnasikia? There's also a magistrate who was shot in court. Kido, what were you doing earlier today? I know you're frustrated with everything that's going on. Was that you?
No.
It wasn't you. Okay. No. I just needed to confirm. But there's so many other stories that are trending. We didn't have much time tonight because I don't know. I guess Obina is here. I'm not sure. But I'm sorry. We only had half an hour. And we thank you for the tweets. We thank you for watching the show. We will catch you at 10 p.m. We have to talk to Diana and Bahati because, you know, the things that they're doing and it's on a global platform, I feel like we need to discuss as a country first. And they're going to be addressing every rumor, every question. If you have them, send them through to me right now on social media at Amina Abdurrabah. Thank you to my guests. We are now leaving the studio. It's time for news. My name is Amina Abdurrabah. Thank you.